Hey everyone, my name is Sammy and welcome to the next part in my Stream Theory playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4, where I will write commentary and analysis on the game as I play it. Still, as we're continuing from where we left off last part, I'm still largely trying to figure out what exactly to do. We're still in a portion of the game where just have a lot of freedom. The game has officially opened up, but what is this all about? The game has officially opened up. It just hasn't really given me a reason to explore all that openness. I mean, some people. Okay, now I can interact. Okay, shape. Curious. Like this mini puzzle thing. More than just a collectible. It's a small puzzle. So I'm not quite getting it right away. Okay, I'm assuming that the highlighted objects are things I have to interact with, but I'm not really seeing sort of a. Find the shape on the highlighted objects, okay. This is probably. I'm probably making it way more complicated than it's supposed to be. Probably super straightforward and being kind of dumb. But I think the reason why this is foiling me. I can't figure it out because it's a brand new type of puzzle. I'm not entirely sure how I'm exactly supposed to approach it. Oh, this is probably super obvious, and I'm just, I don't know, being dumb right now. I wonder if I'm completely missing something I'm supposed to do. I don't see it. Seems like I just have to get it to online, but it's not going. Okay. Maybe I should just revisit this and seems like this should be super obvious, but I don't know what's the deal. Anyway, that's an interesting type of puzzle thing where we haven't really seen in Assassin's Creed game. I think there was something like this in 3, but I don't know, I don't remember it being difficult. Try the other direction. And I don't really get it. I don't know why it's not. Right, there are only 3 objects, but it seems like... no matter which thing I do, no matter which way I do it, it doesn't align with the shape. Not like this, not like that. Alright, this is not a great way to start off this part. I'll have to come back to this. Anybody watching will be like, why can't I see it? It's super obvious. In any case, I'll continue exploring section the island. My next objective is actually not even on this island. It's a completely different island, but I figure start off a little exploration, maybe get to this viewpoint over here.
You there, stop! Interloper, raise the alarm! Alarm! Rouse yourselves, you dullards!
No alarm, no alarm.
Shit! Alarm! Alarm! I've got a good line on him!
Oh, come on. You guys are so annoying. I'm just gonna take him down. Forget about stealth.
You there! Stop him! Get him!
Alright, I thought I sabotaged these cells, but apparently they're not permanently sabotaged. So I'll do a little bit of exploration here as a warm-up, and then I can probably get to a main mission later on. Mostly doing main mission stuff, again, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. The game in general. How are you supposed to get that one? That's a curious location. How are you supposed to get that? Okay, maybe it's perhaps jumping up from here. Alright, there we go. I did this for a main mission thing, but it seems like I can still interact with it, I guess. Always come back to it later. I really just want to do the sync point over there before I continue on. Where I am right now, I think I largely I discussed already my issues with just how the game might be a little too free at the beginning, but it could get to the point where I am inundated with all these various quests, side quests, markers on my minimap, that'll just feel like overwhelming and overbearing. Some of the past Assassin's Creed games have been like that, and Assassin's Creed 3 definitely was like that, where there's so many main mission objectives and side objectives all happen concurrently that you're just essentially just trying to grind through to whittle away, you know, your to-do list. Here, I guess it strikes the opposite, totally opposite end of the spectrum, where it is so free that I barely have motivation to just do basic exploration. So I don't know. It's a delicate balance, and the balance is different for every player. Cargo for upgrades and selling. That'll become relevant later. Also have to figure this out. Bella. Maybe I don't have the tools necessary to actually deal with that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that I'm going to come back to this area and explore. So I'm going to, for now, I mean, I could probably easily get all the rest of the stuff to collect here, but I'm going to set sail for my next mission. I'm not sure if I have enough time. Okay, we're pushing off. That's what happened. I don't know what's going on here. I'm pushing my rudder left, but still taking me right. That is probably some sort of glitch, I'm guessing. Alright, there we go. Now that I have the sails up, I can get this going. I mean, this guy, there's a person to rescue on the map here, but does he know that he's like literally a few yards away from the shore? You can just swim. You can just swim to the shore. Kind of weird. So, okay, I'll head to. I want to get this cargo. I want to get this cargo. Okay, let's turn around. And because I'm just going to head towards the main mission marker. I think later on, once I have a firmer grasp of what this game is all about, I will do much more sailing and exploring. I'll feel better. I'll have a better incentive to do all that. Let's do all that stuff right now. So clinging to those main mission markers as my anchor point. I would say that's the game's main weakness right now, at least in the beginning portions of the game. It's just huge open world, not enough to. Well, there's probably a lot to do, but not enough incentive to do those things. And we'll see how that balance changes as we go forward. Maybe there'll probably be more missions to do, but again, I hope it doesn't go overboard. The point where I'm just inundated with all these missions. I want to maybe have like 2 or 3 concurrent missions and side quests. I think that would be a good balance of stuff to do. Any more than that, and then it starts to feel tedious. Alright, new island. Salt Lagoon. there are way more environments, islands to be specific, that that you can simply jump off your boat and then head on. Jump off your boat and then decide to explore the island at will. Yeah, there are a lot more of those than I thought. I guess the Havana, the city, a much larger city, it's probably a bad example, a bad way to maybe start the game, because it led me to think that the game would be one part sailing, and then once you head towards an area on land, there'll be a load screen, and then now you're in the on land portion of the game. But it seems to me like that's only a case in the largest of cities. Most of these islands seem to be seamlessly integrated with the rest of the sea, the rest of this Caribbean sea overworld, which is a great thing. That was exactly the thing that I wanted. I said I wanted it in one of the earlier episodes. Let's see what this island is all about. Now, the question is, do I want to explore it first, or do I want to go straight for the main mission? This is on the way, at least, so I'll get that. It's entirely possible that the main mission will actually take me off the island. I think that was the case for one of... Why doesn't he want to... He doesn't want to climb this tree. That was the case for one of the islands in the last part. Okay.
Here's to our pirate republic, lads. We're prosperous, free, and out the reach of kings, clergy, and debt collectors.
Near 500 men now pledge their allegiance to the Brethren of the Coast in Nassau. Not a bad number.
Ruth. Yet we lack sturdy defenses. If the king were to attack the town, he'd trample us.
Then let us find the observatory. If it does what these Templars claim, we'll be unbeatable.
Not that twaddle again, can we? It's a story for schoolboys. I mean, proper defenses. Steal a galleon, shift all the guns to one side. Make a nice ornament for one of our harbors.
It will not be easy to steal a full Spanish galleon. Have you one in mind?
I do, sir. And I'll show you. She's a fussock, she is. Fat and slow.
Okay, that was one hint of a possible overarching objective for Edward. He's I guess he's curious about that artifact, the observatory that he saw. Alright, yeah, this mission is taking us right off the island again. Where's it taking us? This general direction? I'll pick up a few things before I leave. How about that?
Well, that'll do. And how?
As far as the artifacts, I don't believe Edward really knows what the heck that is, or how important it might be. But as far as our knowledge as the player, especially if you played previous Assassin's Creed games, like, we would know that that artifact is related to the precursor race, the precursors before humans, where they had advanced technology. They died out, and a lot of their relics are still available to discover. all over the world. So, yeah, he doesn't know the importance of that, so I guess right now, to him, it's just an intriguing trinket that seems interested enough to try and hunt down. So that is, I guess that's the only thing that slightly resembles a much longer term motivation for Kenway. But other than that, he hasn't really seen... This is not a huntable creature. Probably a good thing. Poor defenseless turtle. What else is on this island? Got some chests over there. I'll pick those up. I don't know why I can't climb this thing. Odd. I'm going the wrong direction anyway. As far as main missions go, I think it's fair to say that it's still pretty weak, especially since he doesn't really know what it is. So it'll take a while before it actually dawns on him how important those artifacts are. But I would like to get to that point. Okay, so I did everything. I guess there's only deer here. Got everything on this island. Turn back to the ship. Make haste and proceed with this mission. I can wrap my head around what this game is all about. Are they just cheering because I returned? I feel like well, I feel like we haven't really established a rapport with the crew yet. For them to be so ecstatic about their captain returning.
1,000 times that. I reckon £1 million worth of reals was sunk down.
I gotta turn around.
I reckon. We have a dive there one day.
Around this way.
Diving them wrecks would be a nice change of pace for us. No need for violent actions against merchants and such.
Well, that's some soft talk coming from a pirate. And as it happens, I mostly agree. We'll save the clashing of cutlasses for the military. And them that get in our way.
Dark skies and rough seas there!
Sometimes I just have to sit back and admire just how beautiful and complex this overworld is. So many different islands on it, various flora and fauna that are there just for decoration, just to make everything look good. So it would be really shame if I didn't take advantage of that, if I didn't appreciate the world a little bit more. So
The wind is picking up nasty!
it behooves the developers of the game to give me proper incentive to explore.
Every last scrap of duck on the wind!
Roll along! Man your sheets!
Any side objectives? Track a Spanish galleon to its moorings. Discover a strange surprise. Okay. Rum and sugar.
We must tread lightly. These waters are well guarded, sir.
So, I don't think this is the target. I don't see any other. See any other sails on the horizon? Ah, here we go.
Don't soil your breeches, lads.
Now that's a man of war. That's appears to be one of the toughest ships in the game. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'm ready to actually tackle it.
Aye. We've not last long face to face with her. Hear that, Kenway? Keep your distance. We'll strike when fortune favors us.
The cover of darkness, most likely.
Aye, it may come
Trying to get out of its view. Yeah, these man of wars, not only intimidating, but they have massive field of vision.
Get those clues up!
Get around this ship as well. Now, as one of the objectives, it doesn't say avoid combat, but I think in general, when you're tailing, you want to avoid detection. So it's not an optional objective; it's a mandatory objective. Weather systems that they added to the overworld stuff, Assassin's Creed 3, look even better in the open sea. Make everything much prettier. It's a pretty effect. I mean, it was nice to begin with in the city environments, but in the open sea, look even better. Make the oh man. This ship is gonna mess me up.
They are firing, sir! Brace yourself!
I guess what I should have done is just kept going forward and let them pass. Man, this... I can see why people don't really like the tailing stuff in Assassin's Creed games, I mean, especially in this one. The tailing missions don't really lend themselves to the open sea. It's a lot of open water, and it's much less interesting than in the city environments, and even then, they were just barely passable. And I have to say, I like the tailing missions in general better than most people. A lot of people say that they hate the tailing missions, well, because to them they might be a little too tedious. But I feel like in most Assassin's Creed games, the tailing missions are they make me use the environment, make me feel like an assassin, like I'm using the crowds to my advantage. I'm going off on rooftops. Feel like I'm an assassin tailing my prey.
Reckless as they come.
Here, it's like there are no crowds, there are no rooftops. It's just open sea.
But we've been doing this kind of work for so long.
Whoa.
I can't help but respect it.
See the man at war go to work. Obliterate. Alright, motor area. The area of damage is represented by a circle on the water. Yellow circles announce incoming shots. Avoid them. When they turn red, you'll take damage. I think I actually encountered one of those earlier on. I can sideswipe them entirely.
I can hit Casse.
I think it'll hit a little bit. Try to cut through them. Full speed. Naked. Go, go, go. There's one broadside to sink 2 boats. It's heavy shot. What was it? Use heavy shot to sink ships. Yeah, I was already so... Even when I was avoiding the mortar fire, still taking a lot of damage there. Try to do a little better this time.
Reckless as they come.
An old friend of yours.
Not a man I call. But we've been doing this kind of work for so long, I can't help but respect it.
Oh, I can't wait to get to the point where I can tackle a man of war and win. There we go. Now I'm avoiding them much better than before. I gotta turn. Alright, now I'm much better off than I was before. Holy crap.
Bleeding bastards! We'll have to deal with this skirmish fast. Forget the galleon and send these interlopers to hell! Fire! 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 You'll be swift, do you? Fasten yourselves! Incoming fire! Here it comes! Fire!
Not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this side quest. It could be very difficult. The key is just to weaken them.
Here it comes! Steady, lads!
I'm actually not doing very well here. It's mostly the side missions that are kind of screwing me up here. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm going to use heavy shot. Heavy shot to sink ships. Maybe I'm supposed to... Alright, let me just, let's finish the mission for now. Perhaps I will revisit it later and figure out how to properly approach that
I
mission.
know the place. A natural stronghold used by a French captain named the Casse.
Julian de Casse, the Templar.
Name's right. Didn't know he had a title.
I know the man. And if he sees my ship, he'll know it from his time in Havana, meaning he may wonder at who's sailing her now. I can't risk that.
And I don't want to lose that galleon. Let's think on. And maybe wait till it's dark before hopping aboard.
I'm not going to get 100% any of those optional objectives. I'm going to say this one was okay. I'm learning really quickly that the tailing missions in the sea are kind of bad. They're just they're as flat as the sea. They're at least, yeah, as I said, at least in the cityscape environments. There are crowds to hide in. There are rooftops you can use to your advantage as you stalk your prey. But I mean, the tailing missions there at least have some sort of strategy attached to them. Here, it's just avoiding the view of ships. Like, it doesn't really lend itself here. So this is not a very good example of a thing that carries over, you know, from previous Assassin's Creed games into this ocean environment. I think I'll replay this mission later, perhaps.
Captain has the helm.
See if there are any good upgrades. Okay. So maybe I just didn't have the heavy shot yet. Bill in shop. Alright, that's interesting. Like, I actually don't have the heavy shot to complete this mission at 100%. I have to make sure I buy it. So I suppose I will, in between missions here, I can find a shop and load the heavy shot. Let me see if there's any. Oh, I cannot release the wheel highway, so I can't even,
Get the mains free!
Let's catch some wind, lads.
can't even check my captain's cabin to see if there are any more options for buying those upgrades. Alright, well, that's a curious thing. Like, ends up being a little awkward to me. Maybe I need to be more diligent about upgrading my ship then. there he is. Looking for that guy. Release now? Oh, okay. Still considered a storm. It seemed that very stormy to me. Alright, where am I actually going? Okay. Yeah, so the fact that I didn't have that upgrade, which you don't have automatically, you have to... It seems like you have to buy it in a shop. That's a little counterproductive. I guess it strikes a balance, right? It's... As far as your customization abilities for your ship, you do have a lot of freedom. Oh wait, they're not available, but... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I need to enter this island from, I guess, that area.
Ease off the wind! Roll the mizzen top! All sails, she'll take it!
Alright, there's a lot of things coming at... A lot of things I can discuss coming at me all at once here, so... I thought that there would largely be no artificial barriers in this game. It seems like it still needs to rely on some of them. For a few areas. I guess that's the case where they just couldn't figure out a way to block you from reaching that specific area before you're supposed to reach it in the story. I'm hoping that those artificial barriers are few and far between. So having just that wall I can't cross. It's a little disappointing to see. I mean, they could put a different type of barrier, a more natural barrier, like a blockade or something. They could put a man of war there that'll automatically aggro to me if I try to cross. Yeah, I thought that there would be those types of barriers rather than those straight up walls, unnatural walls. In any case, I stumbled upon it anyway, and most of the time I would have just gone this way. Or I'll do this mission. Maybe, you know what? I actually shouldn't do this mission. No, I'll do one more mission. That's fine.
As is custom among our kind, we do not plunge headlong into folly on the orders of a single madman, but act according to our own collective madness.
Hopefully it's not another chailing
The
mission.
object of our attention is a square-rigged galleon, and we want her for the advantage she'll bring Nassau. So I'll put it to the vote. All those in favor of storming this cove and taking this ship, stomp and shout aye! Aye! Those who oppose, whimper nay!
Never was the King's Council so unified.
Alright, so this is like an assassination mission. Only objectives to air assassinate him are my optional objective. So I think what I'm going to do is, done this mission, I'll probably look for a shop to upgrade my ship properly, and From there, I will... At the very least, I'll get the heavy shot. Going the right way. I'll probably do that off stream, so I don't have to show you the mission again. I don't want to repeat missions over again. I mean, if I could have done that mission over again right away, I probably would have done it. But because I just didn't have the shot. And, that's not... It wouldn't make sense for me to do it. If I missed out on... Oh man, nothing to grab. Go all the way back down. I want to get that glyph. Come on, I want to get the glyph. Where was that thing? Over there somewhere, but... I already went up here, I didn't see it. Strange. Alright, probably didn't go high up enough. There it is. Okay. Okay, there's a treasure chest on my map here. Up here. Whoa, wait a second. Yeah, sometimes the game confuses me. Why couldn't he just... Oh man, I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Alright, third time's a charm. Now how about you grab onto that next plank there instead of falling down. Really nice. There's one here. One there. There you go. I don't know why you just didn't do that before. Kind of fell down. Didn't connect. Very nice looking environment here. Easy way to return. Is that my ship all the way over there? Is that how far I traveled, or they just... Maybe they moved back that way. They didn't stay in one spot. what is... Oh, there's another one. Stay out of combat. Almost blew that one. Just messed that one up. Okay. During that, Julian de Casse spotted and recognized him in the Jackdaw. Edward decides to kill the Templar. Okay. Chasing that guy. Assassinate him. We're still technically on the run from the Templars from earlier in the game. Seems like a really linear path I'm heading on. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right, on the tree, please. On the tree. I don't know why it's difficult to get on the tree. Okay. All because you couldn't get on the tree. I don't know why it's second time this part that couldn't. Yeah, you just had trouble with just getting on one of those trees. And this time it actually totally messed me up here. One of my optional objectives. Okay, so once again, I'm not sure why he's not trying to get on top of this, but he's not. For some reason, the rerun seems to be kind of forked here. Oh, I messed that up. This time that was my fault. That was my bad. They had a combat, okay. I can do this, I can do this. I think I'm just trying to rush through it too much. Probably with a little bit more caution. Okay, here we go. Facing the other direction, get on the tree. Oh, come on, there's no way he saw me. No way. I should have just assassinated him while I had the chance. Yeah, I'll just assassinate him. I don't want to keep getting hung up on this one dude here. Oh, and there's a glyph over here too. Treasure chest and a glyph. Oh, that's not a glyph, that's a shanty. Okay, so treasure chest. Here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Like I am really close. Yeah, I feel like there wouldn't be much of this mission without the optional objectives. Those are the only things that really make it interesting in any sort of way. Trying to avoid combat. Okay, how do I get this thing? That's this. Yeah, but the optional objectives add a little bit of challenge that make this fairly linear, straightforward assassination mission. Interesting enough to be passable. Really nice looking environments though, at least I can say that. Okay. I would say even in an open world game, there is a place for these really straightforward levels, I would say. Not just the mission, I mean this entire level here, this entire environment was clearly made for this one mission. And it's just I guess it's just to vary up the type of experience that the game has to offer. More direct, straightforward shots to willing to stay out of combat, so they notice me if I go that way? Hopefully not. Oh man, that sniper up top. Any problems? How did he get up there? Interesting. Seems to be no actual way up there. Oh, come on. Why would there be, Yep, totally messed that up. Why would there be no... what are they? No hiding spots? No hiding spots whatsoever to actually get through that environment. Probably a way to get through there. Has to be. Just have to figure it out. These straightforward missions probably more interesting to me than they are to watch. Unlikely that they are all that interesting as far as on stream, so I'll just try and get through it quickly, but you know, at the same time I want to get through 100% if I can. Maybe I should actually go that way. Seems to be... Yeah, there's a hiding spot over there. I want to get that glyph. That was a close one, actually. Well, I guess that's the way to actually do that. Get the heck out of here. Get this mission done. And the problem with this is that there's really not much to talk about. I'm also trying to focus on the mission itself. We had a combat, I did. Don't worry about it anymore. Okay, so... get my target. Yet. Oh, he's probably on the boat. That makes sense. Okay, question is, how do I get to the boat? Man, there are a ton of guards here. Crap. Good thing I can... Stealth swimming seems so weird. This is a necessity to get these guys. Alright, so... I now have a straight shot to the ship. Okay, so guys, I'm figuring this out as I go. Again, not much to talk about. Trying to figure out. There he is. I got up here before anyone else notices I'm on the ship. There'll probably be people up here, I'm guessing. Oh no, actually it's abandoned up here. Probably not a good idea for this guy to have no guards up top here. I need to air assassinate him, so like this is the spot to do it. Okay, maybe I'm just too high up. Probably from here. What the heck? Why wouldn't he just... Okay, that's confusing. Why wouldn't he just head straight towards that mast? That seems really strange to me. I'm noticing some of the... I'm now noticing some of the parkour, the platforming stuff. Not really working all that well. Expecting it to work better than this. There we go, now finally on that friggin' mast. There we go.
Remember the gift you gave me? Well, it answers just fine.
Fils de putain! As bold as a musket ball, and still half as sharp. Ah!
I'm sorry about this, mate. But I can't risk you telling your Templar friends about me still kicking around.
I pity you, Boucanier. After all you have seen, after all we showed you of our order, still you embrace the life of an ignorant and aimless rogue.
What's this?
Is petty larceny the extent of your ambition? Have you no mind to comprehend the scope of ours? All the empires on Earth abolished, a free and open world, without parasites like you. Que l'enfer que tu trouveras soit le fruit de ton insouciance.
The cove is ours!
Any mission I want to get 100% on. A mission like this. Get this memory. Since it's so straightforward, I don't want to rate it so high. I'm not too fond of you know, linear stuff, and I don't think it probably doesn't come off very well on the stream either. So I'm gonna say this is either okay, like at best. anything was propped up by the side objectives. Even those were a little tedious to do. Let me go with 3 on this one. Yeah, the assassination missions I like are when you have huge environments and you have various different ways to approach target. As far as your style, you can
Hey,
choose combat or...
I just saw you were
Okay,
logging
we're
out, so I
actually
thought I'd
getting
stop
on
by and
out of
give
the
you
Animus
something.
now.
A little welcome gift. We give awards to our top-notch employees for doing quality work, and they're nice to have since there's no official bonus scheme here. I already have about 11 or so. Oh, bonjour. Of course, I'll pass it on. Well, looks like Olivier wants to meet with you. It's exciting. Follow me. It's
Okay.
on the top floor, so it's not hard to find. But the rest of this building can be confusing to first-timers, so we had the tools team whip up a great map application. Check your communicator. I added a waypoint to Olivier's office.
You know what? I'm actually going to... I'm going to leave this for the next part here. I think I need to cut this off. Also, a pretty good point in which to punctuate a part here. So, looks like we're gonna actually progress through the outside of the Animus stuff. I don't know if there's any better way to describe that. Extra Animus, or real world, present day part of the game. In any case, I think, yeah, the progress in this part of the game, this present day stuff, is inherently tied to progress in the main part of the game. I can't just say beat. I can't complete the present day stuff right off the bat. You know, I can't just like exit the Edward Kenway, Caribbean pirate stuff, and then progress this part of the game right now. Like, seems like at certain points, as we're seeing right now, seems like at certain points, there will be portions of this part of the game that'll unlock, and I will be able to progress further here up until a certain point. And I believe that is in general how the previous Assassin's Creed 3 games have worked, with the inside the Animus, outside the Animus, how they relate to each other. You have to make progress in the main game in order to unlock the next little chunk of progression of this parallel storyline. This part is anchored to the main storyline, but it doesn't totally exist on its own. I think they're meant to inform each other, yes, but there's a good anchor point there. It's we'll probably discuss all this in the next part. Probably I'll save most of my discussion there. Now, previously, the last part, this was mostly speculation. Now I'm getting confirmation here about it. All right, so with that, I'll stop yammering on about the game. Not a whole lot of analysis here in this part, just because I didn't really learn that much about the game, and I'm still waiting for the game to really inform me, as I was saying. Really tell me what the whole thing is about, what the main conflict is. When it's just so free and open-ended, there's only so much I can talk about. But as I go forward, there will be... can gather my thoughts on these things. Yeah, so some episodes are just going to be like this. Are just going to be some off-the-cuff, raw impressions on what I'm seeing directly, and I'm not going to be able to have a lot of different topics to talk about. So, yeah, that's just going to happen. I don't think that's a huge deal. I think I'll have more stuff to talk about in the next episode. So, with that, I'll end it here. Thank you very much for watching. And watch the archives, previous episodes of this Dream Theory playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4 over on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/YamsterSam. And you can also follow me on Twitter at YamsterSam if you want to. And for now, I'll see you on the next episode. later.